Wow, that was awesome. That one was totally like a really nice build. We got taken away for a while, and then just came back, and he brought in the drums from before, kind of just brought us back to the familiar plane, and that was super sick. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're a little quiet, and I hear some reverb.
Let's try that. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Should I go louder?
If you can, a little bit.
Yeah. How's that? Better?
Yeah, that's good.
Cool.
Yeah. So thank you, Charlie. That was awesome, everybody. This is Drift Diffusion, and I was so we had talked. I think you sent me a text last night and said you had you were worried and you had no sequencing or something.
I don't know that I was quite worried. I was more just feeling like lazy, and I didn't want to do the sequencing altogether, just like a little bit. So at a certain point, I was like, well, I've had the melody. I'll just play it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I really think that really brought it to what it is and what it was. It was really, the whole thing felt very emotional, and you definitely were in control of all of the builds and everything all the time. So I thought it was probably a good exercise in simplicity and just keeping it simple, I guess.
Yeah, it's funny because you take complicated samples and then it makes it simpler.
Right. So what samples were you using then?
So the drum samples are my friend from Phoenix. I think he's in the chat right now. Is Arty Pumpkins. But way back in high school, we used to. I guess we still kind of do it when it happens. But we played in a band, just guitars, drums, weird stuff. Yeah. So I got him to give me a couple of samples. The first one was kind of, in his words, in 1/4.
Okay.
And then the second one was the last one there, and that one was a little more organized. Or I think I took a loop of something, but it's a little more organized.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, and it kind of stemmed from a thing. I've got a thing with some other friends that we call quarantine radio, and we just sit on Zoom once a week and play stuff for each other, either mostly just Spotify playlists and stuff, but sometimes performing. And a week or two ago, we had a noise week, and so that's kind of where some of this idea started.
Yeah, that's awesome. So someone asks, tell us about the Metron sequencer usage. Did you use expansions like Volterra? I saw you using the offset with Volterra.
Yeah, all Volterra was doing was just convenient control for zones in a simulator for the samples. So there were like at 8 different drone samples, and then just the 2 drum samples. But Volterra is just really nice because I know exactly what voltage I need, and so.
Yeah, totally. You know the threshold, and Volterra gives you the display.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's rad.
That's all it was doing. That wasn't sequenced at all. That was just literally just there because it's a voltage that I can control to a T. Yeah, Metron, I had a track in it just for like pre-saved that was literally just for the reset on the sequencer to really just move it along from one set to the next set, which there was only like 2 sets.
Right.
And like the delay clocking. Everything else I just programmed on the fly. So
cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I was wondering about that. Were you using the assignables on Metron?
No. Just.
Oh, okay. Because there was a point where it got super chaotic and everything started to sound like things were being reset at different spots, and it sounded like there was a lot of looping going on. Was that just a variation that you had already made, or?
No. So that first drum sample is like 45 seconds, just like stream of consciousness drumming. Jordan's an amazing drummer. Sorry.
Yeah.
Still shouting out. But no, so
shout out.
I basically one of the faders on the fader bank is controlling the start point of the sample. Another one was kind of controlling speed, so you got some of those weird variations. Another one was controlling how much into the delay. And basically, I was just manually, like, especially for like when I got kind of like tribal drumming, repetitive, like I just went in and like just kept modifying it until I found something that worked in that way.
That's dope.
And then also choosing multiple trigger points within Metron to actually re-trigger it, so to kind of give it all these
give it more of a rhythmic feel.
Yeah. So, and not just quarter notes, just there were whatever.
Right. Well, yeah. If you start it over, I guess it gets you could make it a little bit more repetitive that way.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome. That sounded really cool.
Thanks.
And then, so you had the real drums. I thought that they were samples from your keyboard, and I was like, damn, you made that keyboard sound really good.
No, the keyboard's only just a MIDI controller for Synchrodyne.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's just...
Yeah, that's awesome.
I did not want to program that, and then I started programming it, and it didn't have that... It just felt too machine-like, so I just...
Yeah.
Yeah, that was part of the laziness of...
Yeah, that's awesome.
Not programming. But yeah, no, this is kind of reflective of, it's funny, we're talking about it with Brian about just, I mean, I guess we kind of talked about it too a little bit, but like the kind of just going in and going with the flow, and at a certain point it kind of just embraced that and said, well, we'll just see how.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like what I've been learning the most as of right now is like the most effective things like is just your intuition, and just like feeling that and knowing when you want to go next. And when you're playing a live set, like whether it's in front of people where you can actually see their reaction or online, it's still like, it's all about that. That's what feels like it gives it purpose. And I mean, everybody tonight so far has done that. That's kind of been the philosophy, and it's been cool to watch because it's actually super effective. Yeah, and that's great.
Yeah, I'm definitely just kind of embrace some of the weird things that happen and go with it.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah, that's awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you so much for playing.
Doing the background stuff. And yeah, you're welcome.
Absolutely. Yeah, huge shout out to Christoph Monoscene behind the scenes, running all of this, making us look super cool. We've definitely leveled up since last month. And I'm super thankful to him. That was all him and David Soto, Colorado Modular Synth Society, Sign Mountain. And yeah, it's just been a really cool experience seeing everybody come together and help me make this event just that much better for y'all and for us all to be a part of. So again, thanks to Monoscene and Sign Mountain both for helping me out. Also, Mike Butler, My Doll Finger, thank him so much. He's been doing all the art. He's been kind of doing the direction as far as the Instagram stuff. And huge thanks to him. And just everybody's kind of helping level this thing up. And that's been really cool, right? Like we are a community, and the community has been reaching out and helping me make this a better event. And I'm so, so thankful. Yeah, so we're going to